According to the president of the St. Francis Community Developers, the only way we can end poverty is by educating ourselves. More in this report.
The right to education has been recognized as a human right in a number of international conventions. The right to education also includes the responsibility to provide basic education for individuals from nursery to secondary in Guyana. Even though this is the case, in many rural poverty-stricken communities, families are struggling to make ends meet, so it becomes harder to prioritize sending children to school. Though we see this in movies, this is the sad reality that is affecting not only persons here in Guyana, but all across the globe. President and founder of the St. Francis Community Developers, Mr. Alex Foster, made these remarks at a recent forum held in Port Morant.
The only thing that you can depend on to grow you out of ignorance, out of poverty, is education. As Jesus said, for those who are Christians, the poor will always be with us. And I interpret that to say that everybody can become millionaires in Guyana, but they will still be poor among us. Why? Poor doesn't mean the absence of money. You have some rich people financially, but Lord have mercy, the ignorant.
Mr. Foster shared how he thinks that the cycle of poverty can end for poor families.
Growing out of poverty for me is not getting financial security alone. It's about having children who are educated that they will have options.
There is a saying that goes, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him and his family for a lifetime.
You cannot help the poor and needy unless you can emancipate them from mental slavery. The words of Bob Marley, who said to us that all of us must emancipate ourselves from mental slavery, for none of us than we ourselves will be able to free our minds.
No one ever chooses to be poor, but there is so much that can be done. You can either accept it or educate yourself so that you can be able to sustain yourself and your families. Education is the greatest gift that any parent can give to their children. Narima Ali, Channel 8 News.